Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, FieryFalconTarot. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you return to my channel, welcome. I'm checking for my lighter, y'all, because I wanted to burn. Oh, I don't even have the sage in here. It's in the other room. I do got a little piece of Palo Santo, but I think this lighter is all out of torch. I'm pretty sure it is. Oh, we got something here. Oh, thank you, Lord. Thank you. Leos, how you guys doing? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel again. My name is Alyssa, aka Leash. For those of you guys that do not know, I am a Leo sun sign just like yourself. Cross watchers are always welcome. I'm glad that we had a little bit on here. Got this Palo Santo going. Cleanse out the space here, Leos. Alright. This is for Leos. Anywhere that you may have Leo in your chart, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Roles could always be reversed, so take what resonate, leave what does not resonate. This is a general it's a general reading, okay, y'all? Sorry, y'all. Shout out to Cardi B. I'm bumping her new album. I have the it's the album release of the release version, okay? The signed release version that she put out. So hopefully you guys are supporting Cardi B. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully you are. I mean, if you do, you do. You don't, you don't. You know what I mean? I don't know. I know everybody doesn't support everybody, and it's unfortunate because I would like for us to support everybody. You know, because we all need it. Black, white, American, Hispanic, Mexican, Vietnamese, you know, Japanese, Chinese. Like, we should be supporting everything that we feel like is relevant to be supported, which I feel like we should be giving everybody love. You know, so anyways, let's just get into y'all messages here, Leos. I don't want to be here too long because honestly I wasn't even expecting to come on here to do a video for y'all today. The sun is kind of strong today, so we're going to try to navigate this a little bit here. But yeah, so anyway, shout out to Cardi B, and she's a Libra, by the way. I think she's a Libra. But anyway, so far I think the album is pretty dope. It's very in depth, which I didn't expect anything less from Cardi B. But let me ring the bell here, Leos. Watch your volume. It's a little late disclaimer, but watch the volume. But let's get into the messages here. We're gonna go ahead and begin with the morning mantra. All right. The sun is beautiful. It's shining amazing. We're going into, I don't know where you guys are from or where you guys could be viewing me from. I live in my I'm about to say Numerica. They might be Trump. Listen, he been doing the most, man. That dude Wally, he's out of pocket, which he's always been out of pocket. So it's not really, I'm not really surprised when I hear anything that he says or does lately. Well, ever, because it's not surprising. It's just him, you know. But that guy's out of pocket, yo. So we may be getting renamed to New America. I don't know, because I wanted to say that, and I don't know. So just keep an eye out for that. We may not be America anymore much longer here. We might be called New America. But anyways, 33 was on the clock here, so you guys could be seeing, and before that I seen 101, so you guys could be seeing angel numbers 111, okay, 333. All right, if you do, guys, just check it out. Your angels or your ancestors or your spirit guides, whatever you guys resonate with at that moment and at that time, it could be a thought that you have been thinking that they could be highlighting that for you guys, and that's why you could be potentially seeing that angel number at that time. Like I said, I'm not sure what you guys may or may not have going on, but just pay attention to the signs and synchronicities is what I'm being led to say. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get this morning mantra pulled for you guys here, and let's see what we got going on here for Leos. What do we have for Leos? Do I want this to be your October reading? No, I don't think I want this to be your October reading. It's a little, not too early, but it's a little early. But it says embrace your journey with joy. Okay, someone's name could be Joy, don't necessarily have to be, but Spirit is encouraging you guys to embrace your journey in a joyfulest way, a harmonious way, which I tell you guys all the time. But you know, it's crazy because it takes a while to, like, not necessarily a long while. I feel like it all depends on the individual person. Because I know for to change your mindset. That's what I'm pretty much getting at, y'all. Okay, so start implementing those things every single day. I know I just began to research other courses on how I can elevate my mind based on a conversation that I had yesterday with someone, and I really think I offended her. And that wasn't the intention at all. I didn't mean to offend. She's a black woman, y'all. So she's such a beautiful lady. Like, my apologize, ma'am. Okay, please forgive me. But if she catches this video, she know who she is. But we talked for a while, and it's always a warm welcome, embracing energy when it comes down with chatting with her, communicating with her, because she is just very analytical and very inspiring herself. So when we do have these conversations, it just naturally it penetrates my spirit and my soul to the deepest cores, the deepest parts of myself. And I'm actually glad that we had the conversation yesterday, because it actually helped me identify weaknesses in my mindset and weaknesses in myself that I didn't even realize was there. So it's a good thing when you can have these high vibrational conversations with individuals that can teach us to see outside of ourselves here. Does that make sense? So many people say that they want to change, they want to do this, they want to do that, they want to do this, but as soon as someone points out something that they do within themselves here that maybe, like I said, they don't identify with, or they don't even recognize that they do it, but when someone else initially brings it to their attention here, then they get offended by it, and I don't understand why. And I mean, well, I understand why, honestly, because back in the day, this used to be myself, and so I would become offended by it, and I would start to backpedal and show. It's like a defense mechanism, right? Where we try to deflect. No, it's not me. It's not me. When it is you, right? Potentially it is you, and it probably is you. And there's nothing wrong with it, but it's just a way that you can actually see someone else's point of view, right? From a different perspective, through a different lens, right? Because our eyes lies and our ears is what give us a faith, right? So because we can identify something, we can look at something, but we can also knowingly and unknowingly deny identifying with whatever that is, right? Just listen to what I'm saying. I'm just giving y'all some wisdom here and give y'all a little bit of game. Or we can step outside of ourselves. Usually it's the ego that kicks in, right? That, deny it we deny with our eyes, right? We deny with our eyes. But the faith is through our ears, right? Because if we are able to deny with our eyes what we actually see, right? Or maybe we can't deny what that person may be seeing within us, right? So we deny with our eyes, but we reject the faith that is trying to be perceived through our listening skills, right? Through our hearing. So I just want everybody to think about that for a moment, because I know, like I said, yesterday having a conversation with a young lady, it really pierced my spirit, it pierced my soul, and it made me revamp myself. And it was like, oh my God, like I do that, and oh my God, and it wasn't a way that I was doing what I was doing yesterday when I was doing it with her, that I was trying to deliberately like offend this black woman, because I don't try to deliberately offend anybody nowadays. Now there have been times where I would deliberately say some shit out of my mouth and be like, I'm stamping it, put it back in the heat, and I'm gonna re-stamp it again, right? But I have been working relentlessly for the past 4, 5, 6 years of my life to try to, get off of that train, get off that ignorant train. So anyways, y'all, that's enough about me. Let's just get into the message, y'all. But I hope that made sense, right? I hope that made sense. Rewind it back and re-listen to it, because I know I haven't always, whatever. Well, let's get into it, Leos. All right, it says greet each day with gratitude. So some of you guys could be forgive me, some of you guys do is a harmonica. Okay, I think it's harmonica. I could be wrong. I think that's the correct terminology for it. But some of you guys could be definitely doing the harmonica thingamajigger. A lot of you guys are getting ready for harvest time. I do see you could be like one of the homes that you guys put flowers on the table. I know I personally buy myself flowers like pretty much every week. and I put them on my table. And that's another thing too. You guys can also act out of love for yourself here. It's called self-love, right? First of all, and do little things, little trinkets for yourself here as a display of affection towards yourself, right? So we always sit around and wait for everybody to display us affection, or we sit around for everybody else to recognize our worth, or we always sit around and just kind of depend on other people to make us feel good. We depend on those type of benefits or rewards from other individuals instead of us benefiting and rewarding ourselves here. I don't know why we don't do that, but yeah, okay. Anyways, great each day with gratitude, Leo. All right, love your, and look, there's a heart right here in the center. I didn't even notice that. So your kid could be making like a card at school here. I don't know, is there like a parent day, something that's coming up? I don't even know. I don't think so. Mother's Day's already passed, Father's Day's already passed. So, but anyways, it just could be a project that they're doing in school. We do have like Thanksgiving that's slowly approaching here, a little ways off, but they may be making you guys like a turkey card or something like that here, gobble gobble, for those of you guys that celebrate, you know, that. No shade, nothing wrong with it, but just saying. It's interesting. I'm playing Cardi B's album here, y'all, and now this song has randomly just switched. I'm on Cardi B's album, and now Aha is starting to come on by Lil Durk. So I don't know, you guys may hear a kid laugh real loud, aha, or haha, or something like that here. You guys could simply be dealing with the Leo. Don't necessarily need to or have to be. You guys may just have Leo placements in your chart. Shout out to Oblock. Shout out to, you know, Chirac, Chicago. But anyways, y'all, something here about Chicago. I don't know. I told you guys, Chicago. The most entertainment I had was when I got to Chicago when I was going to California. So, anyways, here we go. You guys could be getting a bouquet of flowers. Don't necessarily have to be, but there's something here about that. But greet yourself every day with attitude. No, don't greet yourself with attitude, and that's probably the reason right there. Some of y'all are waking up with the altitude of a negative attitude. That is the recipe for a crash, okay? That is a recipe for disaster, Leo, cross-watcher, whoever is watching. Let's pull you guys a crystal that Spirit would like you guys to embark on and embrace on, okay? Implement into your life here. We have there's a water energy here that is stressing out here, okay? A Cancer, Scorpio, or an Aquarius, or this person has caused you guys to stress out, Leos. Take it how it resonates here. I'm not really sure. Someone could be having nightmares. Someone's talking in their sleep as well too. Okay. Listen, I'm just gonna say, you know, that I feel like we all should be saying our prayers when we go to bed, right? Whether that's however that looks, if that's on your knees on the bed, if you're sitting up in the bed, or if you lay, I prefer you guys to be on your knees out the bed. But, you know, however you choose to pray and however you choose to communicate with your spirit guides, your angels, is all that matters. We do not have a smoothie today, mates. We actually have a good old ice cold Canada. So the only soda that I can actually drink. I mean, I could drink any soda, but this is the only soda that I choose to drink. Okay, let's just say that. All right. But anyways, y'all, shout out to those ginger ale goers like me. Put it down below. Do y'all prefer Canada Dry if you do drink ginger ale, or do you prefer Seagram's? Me, I don't prefer Seagram's at all. I prefer my Canada Dry. I just think it's like a little stronger. All right, and I'm looking at this deck here, so we're going to pull you guys one from here too as well, Leos. Thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you guys so much for the new subscribers. The channel is certainly growing. If you guys need anything from me, definitely look down below. Personal readings are on sale. They're always available. I also offer hardship readings as well too. So if anybody's having a hardship, struggling financially, not trying to tell your business, and I would never share your business like that with anybody. It is definitely private, okay, and I keep it that way. You guys can send me an email. Look down below in the description box. The email's down below. If you guys are going through any type of abuse in any kind of way, look down below. I definitely have a domestic violence number down below, so you guys can call that if you feel as though you need to do that. Key into wisdom. Then I just tell you guys something about here about elevating your mindset or elevating you in general, right? I've been telling you guys for the last month here, a healthy mind is it's the best of mind. Be kind to your mind here. So there's nothing wrong with investing in yourself here. Again, self-love, right? We have Little Owl. You guys may see a little owl somewhere in a store. I'm hearing Goodwill, so you guys could actually see something in the Goodwill. Like, this is insane. I really don't know how the music is switching from. I had Cardi B's album playing, and you see, here it is right here. I was listening to Cardi B's album. I was listening to the Cardi B album release edition. It's right here. It's right here. And I don't know how the music swapped from me playing Cardi B to just random music coming on my phone. It's so weird. So the energy could be the energy is definitely going to be switching up for you guys here. All right. So something that was unbalanced could be balancing out here as well too, because they just showed me a vision of Lil Durk being incarcerated, and then they showed me a vision of Cardi B, like, you know, being free. And I believe Lil Durk is out of prison currently. While I'm doing this video, I don't really know. I don't follow Lil Durk's story too closely. But there's something like that here. Something that was out of whack is getting back in whack. Something that may have been out of balance is getting balanced again. So some of you guys could be getting an alignment done on your car. Alright, if it's not your car or your vehicle that's being aligned in some type of way, then this is what's happening with you guys here from your energetic sphere. You guys are being realigned, okay? You guys are, the divine is trying to align you guys, okay, with your proper path, your right path, okay, is what I'm hearing here, Leos. Alright, so I like that. We have Unikite. I actually like Unikite. I have, I don't know where they're at, but we're not going to look for them now, but I'm going to try to find some of my crystals and put them up. I used to, on some of my older videos, just have the crystals all around the table. But anyway, we have Unikite here. It's like a black one. It kind of looks like rugged. Like, well, the piece of Unikite, it's a stone, it's a crystal. The Unikite that I have, it's definitely protective of negative energy and, you know, things of that nature. But it looks mine's kind of look like a little knife or whatever. It looked like a little mini shank. I like that, John. But anyways, we got Unikite. It says answered prayers. It says all your great work has opened the door for divine solutions and support. And look, there's another card stuck here. I didn't even know it. Because look, this thing is like together. It's together. Kyanite. Oh wow. So you got Unikite and you have Kyanite. I have both of these crystals here. Alright. But here is the Unikite here though, Leos. Okay, you guys take a picture of that. So in other words, your heart, and I was led to wear green today. Look at that, green. So you guys could be wearing green. You guys could be wearing teal. Okay, you guys could be also wearing yellow or gold. Okay. Colors of royalty and colors of abundance here as well too. Strangely, I'm seeing a peacock here, but there's no peacock here. So you guys may come across a peacock, Leos. Crosswatcher, I don't know. But anyways, the most important thing is that your angels, your ancestors, God, Yeshua, Allah, Abba, whatever y'all resonate with, right? They have heard your prayers, okay? And I feel like it's a long time coming here. There's something really significant about green. Because usually I don't drink. Y'all can watch any of my videos. I ain't never been on here on this channel that I can recall with a ginger ale, right? And today I was just led to put on this green shirt. I wasn't going to wear this. I was actually going to dress up because I got something to do later on today. But I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and dress down. Keep it business casual, and that's what I have on. I have business casual on, and I was just prone to wear this green shirt, and I was like, you know what, do I want to make a smoothie? Do I want to get a bottle of water? And I decided not to this morning. Not strangely, everything is a coincidence. So you see what I'm saying? How I started out this morning. I always wake up with a gratitude for my day, positive energy. I always wake up and I say, thank God, for this day. What's the best possible thing that could happen for me today? Or right, I always correlate it with something high vibrational and something positive that I want to have reflected into my life. And I just got my day started without even really thinking about it. I got in the shower, took care of my personal hygienes, right? I was like, yeah, let me bump Cardi B's new album because I was up late last night working on something really, really important. And I was listening to her album, but I didn't get through the full album. So this morning I got up, I checked in with Myron Golden, did something there with that, and then I played Cardi B. But if I didn't follow my initial feeling and my initial intuition, which was just to go with the flow, because I used to be one of those people that used to go against what I felt, not reacted on, or not taking action on whatever I was potentially being led to take action towards or against. But I don't operate like that no more, right? So I don't know. There's something about that here, y'all. Follow your intuition. Follow the signs, synchronicities. Okay. Turn this down a little bit because I don't want to get a copyright claim. I don't want Cardi B coming after me. But there is something significant about green here. But anyway, your prayers are being answered. Greet each day with gratitude here, Leos. Okay. So again, be kind to your mind. Let's see what this Kind Knight is talking about because it was literally stuck to this card. Kind Knight. It says, make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. What did I just say? Then I say a little minute ago about self-love right here, Leo. So here you go. Get you guys a Unakite stone or crystal. Why do I keep saying stones? So somebody could be kicking stones. Like with we used to get in trouble, and so my dad would personally say, stop chunking those stones. And I'm like, chunking? Like what? We're not chunking stones. But that's what he would say, old timer. My dad was born in the 40s. So someone could be chunking stones, and that just basically means like throwing stones, okay? So you guys could be kicking stones. You could see someone, like I said, chunking stones, whether this is into like a wishing well or into like a river, a creek, a lake, the ocean, something like that here. But there's something here about stones, something about green. Okay? Alright. So, if you guys haven't been feeling safe here, Leos, again, because you guys have been implementing greeting each day with gratitude, so we do have two different timelines of Leos here. So, I do have Leos that have essentially begin their ascension process, if that makes sense here. I don't feel like you guys are very far on this ascension journey or healing journey, but I definitely get the energy that you guys, there are Leos that have already began that, right? And then I have some Leos here that are weighing up the options is kind of what I want to say here, because there's something here about a scale. There's something here about not being balanced to being balanced, okay? There's some kind of synchronicity here with that. Okay, so I do have some Leos here that are considering 222s on the clock, 2222, that are considering if they want to take that action or take that step here to maybe essentially balance something, rebalance something. I don't know. Do I even want to begin this healing journey? Is this for me? So I have like Leos that already that's like in discovery mode, and then I have Leos that are considering the discovery mode, if that makes any sense. Okay. All right. Well, make time for self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential right now. So there you go, Leos. I think I already read it. I just wanted to read it again for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and keep it moving. Let's see what we have. We got delight and daring. All right. It says live linked skink. Oh, I'm sorry. 5 linked skink. So there's something about 5 here. So again, 5 is the angel number of change here, right? So also it could be an energy of, I'm hearing like anxiety. I wasn't going to say that. So someone could suffer from anxiety, or someone could experience heavy symptoms of anxiety here. Okay. I would definitely say work on your breathing here. There's something that's changing colors. Maybe you're considering changing the color of your hair. You're changing your appearance. You're changing the way that you present yourself. Like I said earlier here, there's something about mindset. Okay. There's something about, remember, your eyes lie to us, and our ears is what actually leads us to faith. Our ears helps us be faith, find faith, believe in faith, have faith, right? And because when we listen for anticipation. Some people listen to respond. Some people listen to as anticipation. So it all depends on how you. So there is clearly something here about your viewpoint and how you view things, how you address things, how do you handle things, right? Do you handle things from a low vibrational perspective, or do you handle things from a high vibrational perspective? There's something here about that as well too. So delight and daring. So someone's daring you guys to do something different. Someone's daring you guys to change. Someone's daring you guys to do something. This is kind of giving me like the Wheel of Fortune energy here. And I say that only because we have something that's clearly transforming here. Something has changed its colors. There's something that has showed up differently in your life here. Maybe your angels are asking you guys, Leos, to show up for yourselves here differently. Maybe it's to show up for someone else here differently. I don't know. Only you guys would know that story or the answer to that question here. But what I do know is that there's something here about you guys, the energy is cleansing out. I feel like a cleansing is happening, a clearing is happening. This is reminding me of the Wheel of Fortune card, because on the Wheel of Fortune we do have like 4 different zodiac signs on the Wheel of Fortune here, and we have elements here that are all different here on the card. So it's kind of giving me like a Wheel of Fortune energy here. So you guys are being a daredevil. You guys are taking those risks, calculated risk here, smart risk here. I wouldn't say to just be flat, full blown like risky, right? That's not what I'm saying here, because even investors, they take risks, right? But they take well planned and methodical risks, right? They just don't do impulsive risks. That's 2 different things. So they do risks that make sense. We got nurture connections. We got the gray wolf here. So some of you guys could have a gray animal. You could have a gray dog. You may actually see like a gray Siberian husky. It's really rare, but they do exist here. So there's something like that here. It's interesting because we had a wolf here. So maybe someone was a wolf in sheep clothing at one point in time here, and maybe now this person is transforming their lives here. I'm not really sure. We did just have the eclipse moon here as well too. So someone is framing something. So something has framed something. Someone could be a photographer. Someone could like to just capture elegant images, okay? Capture experiences here with their family, friends, siblings, whatever this could be. So there could be someone here that's very overly photogenic, okay, hyper photogenics, okay, hyper photonologist. I don't know. I'm just trying to be creative here with a word. Don't mind my ignorance, y'all. But I'm seeing something here. So some of you guys, you could be like one of those people that constantly are taking selfies, constantly filming, recording, discovering. Someone could be going to film school. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but someone could be wanting to just be a photographer. Someone could do this for sport, and someone could actually do this for a career. Take it how it resonates here. All right. You could actually see a frame of wolves, or a picture frame with wolves in it. That would be confirmation for this reading for you guys. So we have another owl coming through here, heavy with the owl signs energy. All right, nocturnalness. So if you guys are having hard time seeing at night, then I feel like your nighttime vision is going to be improving. Okay, and even if it's not nighttime vision, then I feel like, because owls are nocturnal, so they do well at night, right? So I feel like this is an area in your life that you typically haven't been doing well with or well in, that I feel like is going to be advancing for you guys here. Okay. And owls, I'm associating them with like air, so this could be mental. So you guys could be wanting to develop like faster thinking skills, faster verbalization skills, faster communication skills, faster development in some area of your life here, Leos, that you weren't necessarily fully, I don't want to say you weren't necessarily fully developed, but I want to feel like you were potentially underdeveloped, if that makes any sense, right? So I feel like you guys are working on those skills. However, those skills are showing up for you guys. Again, whether it's verbal skills, whether you're educating yourself, you guys are going back to school, you're taking a course here, but there's something here to the degree of elevation when it comes to whatever, however this is, right? Only you guys know. It says listen for spirit. Now I was going to say that too, like maybe elevating your spiritual abilities, right? Okay, like I said yesterday, the lady pointed out something important that I have overlooked, for a very long time. And it wasn't intentionally that I was overlooking it. It was just the way that I was communicating certain things. And now that she's pointing that out to me, I'm really going to be conscious now about having communications with anyone else. Not just her, not just myself, not just with my angels, but just everyone entirely. I got to be conscious about that, because now I know it's been brought to my attention that it came off a certain way like this, and so I don't want to, like I said, and she said she was offended, so I don't want to offend anybody. So it just helps me elevate my mindset to now not only think about, I'm thinking further ahead now versus me just thinking like here or there, if that makes any sense. All right, someone could be getting heart surgery here. Okay, something could be having something happen around. Someone could need a blood transfusion as well too, is what I'm hearing as well. All right, but anyway, we got listen for spirit, and we have barn owl. All right, so you guys could be journaling, is what I'm seeing here as well too. Someone is actually praying for someone to have a recovery here. Someone could also be transitioning here, and so they could be communicating through you guys through an owl. So they may have transformed into an owl. Okay, so I do believe in reincarnation. I do believe in the ability to appear as something that we are not. All right, as far as like an animal, spiritually speaking. All right. So, anyways, y'all, that was a lot. All right, the Unikite Kai Knight. All right, we have delight and daring here. We have nurture connections, and we also have listen for spirit. So continue to nurture yourselves here. Nurture all your connections here, Leos. Let's see what we got going on here. You know, I wanted to see what the T was because I was thinking about that for some reason. Here, let's see what's going on here. All right, we've been here 30 minutes, long time. I probably should cut the video, but I'm going to pull some of this real fast because I just was wanting to. Better than you. So someone's being feisty here and saying like they're doing better than you. They're better than you, something like that. Someone thinks that they are better than you, Leos. I don't know. I don't like talking like that, y'all. I just told y'all I like to do positive communication here. It says in their head, overthinking, stress, overanalyzing. So Leo, this could be you, this could be someone else. Roles could always be reversed. Take what resonates, again, leave what does not. If you're looking for something personal, look down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, y'all. Thank you guys so much for being here. The hype button may be down below somewhere. If you guys come across it, just please click on it, ring the bell, and also subscribe to the channel. It will let you guys know when I post and when I go live. But let's jump back into this here, Leos. We do have someone doing this here, whether this is you or this is someone else. So someone is in their head. I just heard DMX. It could be a Sagittarius for y'all. Don't necessarily have to be. I'm just saying that because DMX is a Sagittarius. And I just heard that song that he put out way back in the day. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gonna make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all know that song, right? So up in here. So you're all up in somebody's mind, Leos, or Leo, maybe this is your ass, all up in your mind. Only y'all know. Like I said, this is a general message, but all up in their head. Okay, someone's overthinking, overanalyzing, they're stressed out potentially here, or someone could be stressed out here about, I don't know. We're going to see here. We're going to try to see if we can get some more answers here, okay? We also have groupie at the bottom of the deck here. So Leos, do you guys have groupies? Are you guys a celebrity or something like that? 30:03 is on the clock right now. There's that 333 again. Something could be significant about 3 months, 3 days, 3 weeks. All right, 3 hours even. I'm hearing. Okay. Confirmation with the horn. So in 3 hours, you guys may get some kind of communication here. All right, spirit may communicate something with you guys. 3 hours, you could have some type of rapport happening here. 3 hours, you guys may have a wolf energy appear in your lives here. Something about 3. I don't know. 33 is on the clock right now. What's going on here? Y'all look up these angel numbers and synchronicities here. Let's see what's going on here. Ooh. We got rejected at the bottom of the deck here. We also have girl fight. We got arguments, physical fight, at war, competing. Okay. So Leos, y'all have someone that's in competition with you guys here. I mean, which I don't really understand that, because how can you compete with the sun? Like, we're the only zodiac sign that's not ruled by animal. Okay? Everything else is ruled by an animal. Leos, we are ruled by the biggest star in the galaxy, and that's the sun, right? And it's so important because, again, we all know that without the sun, we won't have this glare on my face right now from the sun right there. We won't be able, like, our planet will freeze. We won't be able to survive. We won't be able to exist on Earth without the sun. So, now I'm just saying, if this is an energy that is trying to compete with you, Leo, then cross watcher, I want you to understand that confirmation with the horn, Leos are the sun. We are the biggest, brightest star in the whole galaxy that can be seen from other galaxies, right? So how can you can't compete with that? You can't. You're a Taurus. You're a bull. You cannot compete with the star. You can't. The closest zodiac sign that might be able to keep up with us may be a Cancer, right? And because that's the moon, right? It's our opposite, the sun and the moon, right? But anything else, I don't think so. So I don't know, cross watcher. You know, it's kind of given like Clarissa Shields and like how all these chicks be trying to come at her when she's the greatest boxer of this era of female boxing, right? And mind you, I said this era because at one point in time I would like to say that Layla Ali was that woman, but of her era, right? Not of this era. Of this era, this present day, this present time, it's Clarissa Shields. So it's kind of given that like these girls want to talk, you know, to cast junk about her, you know, what she does and stuff like that when her stats says it all, right? Her numbers prove it all. So there's something about that here, stats, numbers, all right? Not that Leos are trying to openly be better than anybody, but I mean, we just naturally are. I mean, what put down in the comment section if y'all feel as though something is better than the sun. I'll wait, and I'm just having an open dialogue with you guys. The comment section is always open for y'all to do that. So just let me know, right? And again, I'm not knocking anybody that's cross watching for a Leo. I'm not saying that you ain't shit. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. But we also have bad karma showing up here for somebody here, okay? So we have bad karma here. Maybe this person is getting bad karma here because they wanted to be your op, Leo. I'm not really sure. They wanted to create arguments with you guys. Some of these individuals may have wanted to actually have like a physical fight. It's really given like, I don't really want to say it because I liked her, but it's kind of giving Remy Mom vibes. Like when she said she wanted to fight Clarissa, she was like, bro, I don't know if that's a good idea or not. But someone, it could be getting karma here, Leos, because they wanted to be at war with you. They wanted to reject you. They wanted to fight you. They wanted to come up against the sun, baby. And it's like, you want to fight the sun? Like, we can't even look directly at the sun without going blind, right? So just think about that. We cannot have physical eye contact with the sun without something protecting our eyes. Because it's too strong, it's too powerful, it will blind us, right? So, I don't know. And look, mind you, this guy has no eyes, right? He got no eyes in the socket. Alright, so there's something here about someone could be losing their sight. And I'm not laughing at that at all. That is not funny. But what I'm saying is, someone clearly, now they may not have lost their sight here, but as far as them thinking that they could do whatever they were doing negatively towards my Leos here, they have lost their mind. Didn't I say seeing with your eyes is ignorant and hearing with your ears is faith? Alright, I'm just saying. So someone vision could be messing up here. Someone could have impaired vision. Someone may need to go to the eye doctor. Okay? It says moving on and thank you next. So Leos, I feel like you guys have moved on. Something has moved on. There's something energetically here, changing here. Oh, wow. We have a love triangle at the bottom of the deck here. So, Leos, maybe you guys may have been in a love triangle. Yikes. Okay, at the bottom of the deck it says love triangle. Oh, and we have want you back. So, what? Let me see. We got love triangle, third party, multiple lovers, and we have choices here. So someone's has kept their options open here, Leos, and maybe this is why you guys are moving on, and this is why you guys are being led to move on, because that will actually attach you guys to bad karma here. And we also we gotta know that by now, folks. We gotta know that by now. People that we sleep with, interact with, just think about when you eat a particular food, right, and how it makes you feel sluggish, it makes you feel drained, it makes you feel unproductive. Same way that we gotta know that being with around and with some of these people here, it makes you feel drained, it makes you feel sluggish, it makes you feel exhausted, it makes you feel all these things. And let me tell you guys, it's so true. And I don't believe I ever shared this particular story here that I'm about to share with you guys real quick, but just to give you guys an example of how true it is. So when I was in a particular relationship with someone here, it was like the financial thief, or like it was like the money thief, it was like the energy thief, it was like all these things. This was like there, present, prominent within the home, within me. It was just crazy. Like I was way bigger than, like, just unhealthy big, like just big. Just I didn't even look like myself in some of those pictures. My skin was dark. You see how like my skin kind of like glows, and not from the sunshine, but just naturally glows. It's just like a natural glare glow that I have about me. And all these other pictures that I seen in that time frame, in that era, I had no glow. I was way overweight. I was unhealthy. I wasn't really productive. I only did what I had to do, which was like I was doing like probably went to bare minimum. And then that was like kind of going to work and, you know, coming home, things of that nature. But even it showed up in every area of my life. It not only did it show up in my mind, it showed up in my weight. It showed up in my eating habits. It showed up in the way that I felt about myself and the way I felt. And then eventually that spilled out to how I felt about other people. It showed up in my finances. It was bad. It was to the point where like we were like having to pawn things to like pay a bill. It was crazy. And like I never even realized what was happening until like a while after the fact of it happening. And I had like kind of started processing like, what the fuck is going on here? I've never had to go to a pawn shop to, you know, put something in there to pay a bill. And it was like, wow. And it was like, you know, because the energies that you hang around, we actually have that energy that'll latch on to us. And then it will start to break us down and deteriorate us in ways that we don't even really fathom. We don't even really process. Excuse me, I didn't mean to say fathom. But it was just like really insane. And I was like, oh my God. And as soon as I got out of that relationship and got out of that energy, I like, to this day, I have not been to a pawn shop. Like nothing. I've lost weight. My skin is melanated and glowing again. It was just like a lot going on. It was almost like the situation that I was around and with. It was like, it kind of felt like, now looking back at it, it kind of felt like it was like just a dark cave of no light, no energy, like no nothing. And it's like it literally put my flame out, and my flame was out so bad that I couldn't even exuberate life for myself, if that makes any sense. So it's very important what we be around, who we be around, what energies we get wrapped up in here. Look at this, is coming back out. It's coming back out. Love triangle, third party. So some of you guys are dealing with the love triangle here. Alright? And I said there's a wolf in sheep clothing here. So maybe you don't know that this person is in putting you guys in a love triangle. Maybe you guys don't know this person is talking. I was going to say talking to other people. We got talking shit here coming up. So there's something about that here. Alright. Anything else here for Leos? Please and thank you. Anything else here for Leos? Please and thank you. Ooh. Talking shit still at the bottom of the deck as we grab, oh, crying over you, sad, hurt, upset, etc. Leo, who you got crying over you? Confirmation with the dog barking. I don't know where that dog come from, but it just kind of scared me. Not really scared me, but it caught me off guard because I wasn't expecting to hear it. But 4404. So someone could be 4 years of age, someone could be 44 years of age, someone could be 8 years old. So take it how it resonates, y'all. Someone could be born on the 4th, the 8th. Alright. 8/8 could be significant here. So it could be an 8/8 Leo here. Because 4 is 8. Right? But anyways, so now initially it did fall in the reverse here. So I don't know, Leos. What's going on here? Someone is batshit sick crazy is what I'm kind of getting here. Because the Nine of Swords is here on the bottom of the deck. Let's see if we can get anything else out this deck, and we're going to pull some tarot. Alright. I wasn't thinking that I was going to be able to... Same shit, different at the bottom of the deck here. We have travel. We have shine. Your light irritates their demons here, Leos. And we got too busy winning here. So, Leos, you guys are traveling, shining your beautiful, bright aura is what I was not talking about that earlier here. It was not talking about your light shining, Leos, and how what the sun does here for all of us, not just us Leos, right? It revitalizes everybody, the whole planet, life. Right? But there's something here about that, y'all. We got too busy winning. We got dirt digging here. We have child services. Kids at risk of being taken or is about to. Reporting something, neglect or abuse. So, Leos, I don't know if someone's trying to call Child Protective Service on you or what the fuck this is all about here. I don't know if you guys are dealing with this currently or you know someone that could be dealing with this energy currently. I'm not really sure. But someone's too busy focusing on winning here, focusing on setting themselves up here for success here. We got dirt digging. It says looking for dirt on you or vice versa. Okay, so we got a hoe bitch. Not saying they're a hoe bitch, but they'll just say it's called hoeing. It's farm talk, damn it. It's farm talk. When you take the hoe, when you go digging, you lift up, you loosen the dirt to plant these seeds here, right? So someone could be a hoe here. Someone could be using the hoe. This is what I'm actually talking about, y'all. I'm not talking about actual, like, out there in the street hoe. I'm talking about this could be a person that does farming type of work here. This could be someone that plants seeds or looks for seeds or looks, in this case, they look for drama. They look for dirt. They look for untruthful artifacts to make them factual, right? It's like one of these kind of people. They try to turn... It's kind of like Jesus turning water into wine, but these people here try to turn dirt into drama. They try to take and uproot dirt and make it an image of Leo here, right? They try to pour a little water on it, like they, at the beach you build sand castles and stuff here, right? You make pretty buildings out of the sand castles, right? Or you make homes or houses or whatever the case may be. You make a structure, and this person's trying to take dirt, Leo, and they're mixing it up, and they just getting mud, right? It's not even nothing forming from this dirt and water that they're doing. All right, it's kind of giving me that here. So someone's trying to form something, create something, a narrative about you here, Leo, and their muddy form is not even whatever. You know what I'm saying here. It ain't doing nothing. We do have marrying for money here. It is sideways. So someone's karma has to do with this false image, false narrative here. Someone's marrying for money here. And because they're codependent. I mean, I was just talking to a guy the other day. He was an Aries, very, very intelligent young man. He was in I think he said he was 24 or 25. I met him at Alta. He was bringing a gift for his mother, and I thought that was so sweet. He said his mother called him and asked him to come up there to whatever she asked her son to do, and he came right up there and showed up. And he was telling me that because he saw me looking at, because before I named some of these videos, I rewatched them to kind of figure out, what I should title it, right? So he saw me, he was like, "You're watching yourself?" I was like, "Yeah." So I had to go into a little bit of an explanation on why I was doing what I was doing and what I do. And so he then elaborated with me that he literally just broke up with his girlfriend about a month ago because of habits that she developed here, and that he noticed that she wasn't working on these habits in a positive way. And so he immediately was able to step outside of himself here and identify that, man, if I continue to stay with this person, it's gonna influence some of her negative habits will potentially influence my life, right? And he gave examples on things that she did and didn't do, right? And I was like, man, bro, I gave him like high five, and I congratulated him and like just praised him, right? To be able to step outside of himself and actually evaluate that these habits that she has wasn't an asset, not even for herself, not even for himself, so much that he realized that all of her bad habits were liabilities, and those liabilities could heavily influence his life and also impact his life in a negative way. And so I just, gave him so much, praise and respect to be able to identify that and see those things. And that's exactly what I was talking about earlier when I said that I was in this relationship in particular, and it came to a struggle energy, right? Like I said, pawning things to pay a bill, or just not financially having things to be able to do whatever. It was just really crazy. And now, not being in that energy, like I said, that was the only time in my life that I ever had to like do like a pawn shop type shit, right? And I didn't even, it's so much to the point that I didn't even know what that looked like how that experience looked. But the other person knew all about it. They knew all about, we'll just take this to the pawn shop and we'll just, trade it in and we'll get the cash, we'll take care of the bill, and when we get paid the following week, we'll go get it back. And I was like, oh, okay, that's how it works. So they were well versed and well educated in it. Not that I didn't know what a pawn shop was. Of course I knew what it was. I passed them often, right? But as far as me actually needing to consider that as a option was just, at the time it wasn't. It was just like, oh, okay. All right, well, cool. But since then never had that experience again. Thank God, right? Just been secure, been living in the same place for over 3 years, you know what I'm saying? And prior to this, I lived in a house for about 7 years. So security is really important to me. But this is crazy. That was just crazy. I just wanted to share that with you guys. But anyway, you have someone here that married for money, okay? And this is going to be their bad karma here, okay? This person that married for money could be having arguments within their home. Potentially here, there could be definitely some weird energy happening there with that. But let's take a look, see here, Leos. Magnet. So something could be magnetic for someone here, right? Nine of Swords, Five of Cups on the split here. Cancer energy, Pisces energy, Scorpio energy. Spirit said cut again. We will. Five of Cups here. Five of Cups, Leos, talk about disappointment. It talks about sadness. It talks about lack of having something, or the lack of ability to do something here. And it also talks about some form of disappointment here. So we do have on the page here, some of you guys could be reading the book. Congratulations to you guys. Keep up the good work here. But there is something disappointing here that's happening around you guys. Yeah, look, we got 2 5s here. Then I talked here about the delight and daring as 5 here. So there is something changed. I also correlated this daring delight to the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is fated events that has to play out, right? There's no way around it. It has to play out. So there's something here that had to play out here, Leos, or whatever, right? I don't know if this is, what side of the coin you're on, but we're going to keep this at the bottom of the deck here. I'm going to pull this out, the Five of Cups, because the Five of Cups is talking about the overall energy of this reading here, Leos. We have to see how this all correlates to the reading, the Five of Cups, all right? Someone's disappointed about something here, disappointed about this love triangle. Someone's disappointed about they are dealing with someone that they constantly have to bicker, argue, and fight with, probably because they are putting you in the third party here, and so this is where the arguments is going on. This is what's happening here. And we also have someone that's crying over someone here. Okay, this could be a teenage child that's crying here, that's upset. This could be you upset, Leos. This could be someone else that's upset here. But we're going to see what's going on here for you guys, all right? Let's see what's going on here with my Leos here, please and thank you. Who's up in their head here? Who's up in their head? That was a lot of cards. Up the Three of Cups here, so it could be something to do with this third party energy here. Try to get through this quickly for you guys here. Oh, look, I can't make it up. Time is up here, so I picked these up in the reverse here. The Wheel of Fortune and the Moon, Cancer and Sagittarius energy. There could be a Sag that's up in their head. There could be a Cancer that's up in their head here. And I think I mentioned Sag earlier in the video. I think I did. I don't know. Just let whatever. But there's a Knight of Swords here. So someone's up in their head here. Someone's disappointed about something, or something is obviously bothering someone to the point that they're up in their head here. There could be some aggressive communication being had between this Cancer and the Sagittarius. Don't necessarily have to be. There could be a Libra energy here, or someone that got Libra placements in their chart here. But there's something here about that. Someone's getting all up in their head here. Someone's probably flipping out here because they are learning about this third party energy for some of you guys. All right, what else is going on here with Leos here? What's this girl fight and bad karma? Look, you got all the threes now. Three of Wands, Three of Cups that showed up here. Not all the threes, but you're getting another three is what I wanted to say. This is way too many cards here. We got the High Priestess, we got the Four of Cups. We do have the Six of Cups. We do have the Strength there, your Leo. We got the King of Wands taking action. We have the Seven of Cups here. So someone's confused about this action that someone has taken or will be taking here. We have the Temperance, and we also have the Ace of Swords here. All right, we also have the Five of Swords that showed up as well too. We're not taking all these, but just saying what came out here. All right. Let's see. Let's shuffle, because that was a lot. Five of Swords and the Ace of Pentacles here. Obviously, it's competition here, y'all. We just said that. Competing. How can you compete with the sun? Like, I don't understand that. How can you compete with the sun when you don't even equate to the sun, let alone the power, let alone the energy, right? You're not even on the same frequency as the sun. Because if you were, you would be the sun. I'm getting Nicki Minaj. All these bitches is my sons. All right. So y'all feel like y'all schooling these people, Leos. Y'all feel like y'all have taught these people. You feel like you are schooling these individuals. We have the Fool card here. Aries energy here. This is the beginning of the tarot here. Is the Fool card is taking a leap of faith here. So this girl fight bad karma is the Two of Swords. Okay. Someone may want to free themselves here, because essentially with the Two of Swords, it is talking about decisions and coming into balance with something here. But the only way you can come into balance with anything is by change, right? She has to get her ass up off of the stool, and she has to see that there's other possibilities around her, right? So someone's only seeing something one way when there's multiple ways to do something here. I remember my sister, she would, back in the day when she first began to drive, she would only go she would take the same road everywhere. And I would be like, bro, like, there's other ways to get here. Let's go a different way. Like, I want to see something different. I want to learn something new. But she was intimidated on expanding her directional growth in that perspective, because she looked at it from a fearful mindset. Well, if I go on a road that's unfamiliar, I might get lost. If I go a different way than what I know that I can go, where would it take me? Where would I end up? She looked at it from that mindset. And I've always been ambitious to the point where I want to get lost, right? I want to see what else is out there, because by learning those things, it also molds us and strengthens our courage to be bold, right? And to take risks, right? Right. It says delight in daring. And also, it teaches you a new way, a new path, a new trail, a new house, a new river, a new creek, a new gym, a new place to ball, a new field to go ride my dirt bike or four-wheeler, right? A new place to go fish, or a new area to go shoot my rifle. Like, you know what I'm saying? You understand what I'm saying here? So there's something about that here. Let's see. Okay, so I was just trying to see if that might have been the client that I was looking for. But we're going to wrap this up here, y'all. But, so you see what I'm saying here? So there's multiple ways of doing things. There's multiple ways of communicating, what I spoke about earlier. There's multiple paths to lead you to the successful path. There's multiple ways of aligning yourself with your highest vibrational version of yourself. But in order to do that, Leo or Cross Watcher, you got to get up off of this chair. We got to take action. We got to remove that blindfold here that we put on top of our faces, our eyes, and that's just a confidence. It's an insecurity thing here with our confidence. So we cover up again. What did I say earlier about the eyes? The eyes perceive the lie to us, right? And our ears is what actually give us faith here. So we have to strengthen our faith through our ears, right? So anyways, you could do something different here. There's another rock there. There's another rock there. There's a big old island back here that looks like it's unfounded. So someone will be doing something like that. You gotta take action though. Alright. We do have the 9 of Pentacles and we have the 6 of Cups here. So someone's bad karma or marrying for money. So someone was married here, Leos, but they may have presented themselves as single, right? And maybe they said that they were disconnected from someone from their past here. I don't know if they really was or not. It looked like they could have been lying. They could have been capping y'all. Alright? Because we have a love triangle here. And we have moving on. So let's get a little bit further in depth with this here. This could be also somebody wanting to leave one situation to go to another situation. I don't know. But that could be possible too. Yeah, the Fool and 9 of Swords. Look at this. There is a marriage here, right? Someone is stressing out here about a marriage, with a marriage. Thank God I ain't married. But just say that that's here. It's here. It's here. It's here, right? I feel like something has upset someone, has caused someone to become upset. And I always get that energy here because if we look at the bird here, it got a red head. It got a yellow body. But look at that head on the bird. The bird head is bright red. It is furious. It is upset. It is raging. So someone's upset here at something, right? This could be a bill that showed up in the mail here, because 6 of Cups is like, it could be anything, right? It could be, I'm trying to think of some examples to give you guys. So the 6 of Cups could be like, someone could be thinking about happy times. I'm just going to say that. Someone could be. And maybe someone else could see that and is making someone upset here. I don't know. But I just feel like someone's really upset here. And they're communicating something here. Look at his head. Look at that bird's head. It's bright red. Do y'all see that? But I'm just saying here. But we have the Fool and we have the 9 of Swords at the bottom of the deck here, because the Fool was at the actual bottom when I moved the cards. We also have the Hierophant here. The Hierophant speaks about a commitment. Okay, it could also represent an institution here. It's a higher place of learning, right? It's spiritual wisdom. It's some form of leadership. It also could represent some type of I did say institution, didn't I? I think I did. So there's something here about that. Here, what's behind the Hierophant? The 2 of Cups. I told you guys. And the 10 of Pentacles. The Ace of Cups. 7 of Wands. So I don't know what this is here. Let's try to get a little bit more information on this here for Leos. What's going on here with the Leos? So, but someone is single and independent here and can stand and hold their own here. So you got someone, again, like Clarissa Shields. She can hold her own in the ring, right? 2 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck here. Look, we have the Sun. Leos, there we are, baby. Naked and all. So, yeah, we got the Sun here. Clarifying this moving on here is the Sun. So, Leos, I feel like you guys are learning about this third party and you guys have moved on here. Or you guys are just moving on in general here. We have the 2 of Pentacles and we also have the Hangman. Yep, and we got the 6 of Swords here for sure. So, Leos, this could be you guys moving away from a Libra or Piscean individual. Justice is following behind that here. Let's see, what is this love triangle here? You have a Page of Wands and a 2 of Two of Pages. We have the Page of Wands and Two of Coins. Damn it, I'm going to say Two of Pages. On the next split, we have the Page of Wands and we have the Hermit there. Hermit is the archetype for Virgo. Alright, let's see. What's this love triangle here for Leos? What's this love triangle for Leos? What's this love triangle for Leos? Please and thank you. That's 3 cards that's coming out. Page of Cups here. Cancer, Scorpio, Piscean individual. Oh, yeah, look. So, we have the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Queen of Pentacles. The love triangle is being clarified by the Nine of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups here. So the Nine of Swords is, again, anxiety and worrying. Someone could be not sleeping very well at night here because they are worrying about this Queen of Pentacles, or this Queen of Pentacles is getting anxiety over this Knight of Cups. Now, the Knight of Cups could simply be communication that someone has received or will receive, or whatever the case may be. I don't know what this communication could be implying, but it has someone stressing out here with the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Someone could be stressing out about resources here, about their finances here, okay? Something like that here. I don't know. But let's just keep on going here. Let's keep on going here. What's the dirt digging, child services, and too busy winning here? Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse now. We have the Four of Wands. The song that's coming on here is Man of Your Word here. Ooh. So we have the Two of Pentacles showing up in the reverse. And we also have the Hierophant. Breaking tradition, and this is ignorance. So like I told you guys earlier, I offended someone and that was my ignorance. And so what did I choose to do? I didn't choose to get upset about it. I was like, okay, well, how can I improve that area of my life so that way I don't offend anybody else in an ignorant mannerism, right? So, but some people don't do that. Some people get offended by that, and to them, it's like they create their own instability here. They slow themselves here down by doubting themselves, again, because they are looking at it from their lens of their own eyes here. So yeah, there's something here that is doubtful. Ooh, let's see. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Six of Wands. Yeah, someone doesn't want to put the work in to make something possible here. The Seven of Pentacles is someone that's like Chris's Crappy Tarot. I love Chris. Shout out to Chris. All right, which is Minnow Pond, his channel. He's a Pisces, by the way. All right. All right, but anyways, yeah, Chris is always associating the Seven of Pentacles with, is the juice worth the squeeze, right? Is it worth going through something, maybe again for some of you guys, because the Hierophant is in the reverse and the Two of Pentacles is in the reverse here. So it's like maybe repeating a cycle here to some degree. Is this worth repeating a cycle here? Will you get the desirable outcome with the Six of Wands? Will it lead you to success? Will you be victorious this time? Will you have an overall sense of an accomplishment? Will you win if you go through this again, right? So someone is definitely looking at something from that perspective here. Yeah, the King of Wands. This could be you guys, Leos here. The Three of Cups, the Eight of Cups, the Four of Pentacles here. All right. And I don't know that answer to that question. Only you guys know the answer to that question. Is the juice worth the squeeze? Is it worth trying to reinvest something or reinvent something here or to discover something here? Well, I mean, I've never heard anybody complain once they found gold. Have you? I'm just saying. But in order to find the gold, you have to what? You have to put the work in. You have to be the Seven of Pentacles. You have to be willing to dig. You have to be willing to look, to research, to gather the knowledge, to gather the information to make something become successful. So if you guys are going back to school, Leos, hypothetically speaking, just an example, then you can't, well, depends on the person, because I've seen people that just showed up in school and they just pass, without really doing nothing. So I don't really encourage that, because that area of lack is gonna show up somewhere in your life here. And like I said, I am a prime example. I had a conversation yesterday, and I wasn't fully aware that I lacked certain abilities in this particular area of my mindset until she pointed it out to me. Six of Wands, right? And then now, since she pointed it out to me, we have free will to choose to improve or better ourselves, or to be like, flick somebody off and cuss them out and tell them they don't know shit, and go about your day. But did that really benefit you in any kind of way? Probably not, right? Because this is, you probably still are lacking something in your life here to some area, to some degree. So I appreciated that so much, because now it has gotten me thinking about ways to improve that area in my life, ways that I can develop myself in that area, so I could be armored up for success. You see how he's got his gear on? Even the horse got his gear on. He's got his robe on. So I wanted to arm myself for success. And look, here's that green again. There's something going on with the color green, y'all. Are y'all wearing green? Y'all like the color green? Someone's favorite color could be green. Don't necessarily have to be, but it could be. There's something here about green. So we can choose to make that choice here, Leo. So you guys can choose to improve yourselves here, which I hope that we all are choosing to improve ourselves and elevate ourselves and, develop ourselves in a way that's going to be conducive and beneficial to not only ourselves, but to people around us. We have to be able to communicate effectively and accurately, right? We have to be able to work on things that need to be worked on, right? So that they can stand out here. So some of you guys could be working on a project. You could be helping your kid with the project so they can stand out, so they can reflect. Oh wow, the bottom of the deck we got 2 of Cups here, y'all. 2 of Cups, we have the Ace of Cups, and we have the 7 of Cups here. Again, once we do this work here, then it'll be easier for us to see through the fluff, right? The 7 of Cups, the fluff, right? Sometimes it's hard to see our own shit. Like I said, sometimes it is, but once the shit has been shown to us, do we want to walk past the shit, or do we want to scoop it up and throw it away, right? Or do we want to flush the toilet, hypothetically speaking, right? Because I don't think anybody... Have you guys ever gone to a porta potty and it hasn't been serviced in a while? It's pretty gruesome, right? It's pretty horrific, and some are way worse than others, of course. But just to give you an example, right? Just imagine you're going into a porta potty that hasn't been serviced in a month, and it's got all kind of... It's horrible, right? You don't want to be in that shit very long, do you? Chances are you might turn right around and walk back out the door. But if you gotta pee bad enough, you may consider it, right? You may invest in that opportunity to relieve yourselves, right? But I'm just saying here. So sometimes it takes for that to happen, right? We have to be able to openly be comfortable with seeing our own shit, right? Some people will go years and be in denial about their shit, and that's cool, because we got free will. But let's see, what's the travel and and marrying for money? We have the High Priestess. Someone already knows, okay, the truth. They know what's up. And the 10 of Swords. So if someone did marry for money, that secret will be getting exposed here. Whatever timeline, whatever the time. Oh, there's that 3 of Wands again. So 3 days, 3 months, 3 years. Okay. So whoever did marry for money, it's 3 of Wands to Fool. Okay, it's not going to be successful. We have the Judgment here behind that here. So if someone did marry for money, it's not going to be successful. Okay, because it was built on a lie. It's built on the 10 of Swords. It's built on betraying this individual here. Whoever this individual is. Could be a Taurus, could be a Pisces. Don't necessarily have to be. But that's what I'm seeing here. What is this 5 of Cups? Oh, we'll clarify that 5 of Cups for injustice. So it could be a Libra. But there is something, it's imbalance here. And that's the root of the divine. They have to bring balance to everything. So let's see what this 5 of Cups is for. Dang it. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Same shit, different day. Chariot, Something's moving quickly here. What's this 5 of Cups here for my Leos? Please and thank you. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going over an hour. We went over an hour here, but we're going to get off of here. So I appreciate y'all. Wow, we have the Lovers here. Gemini energy. Could be a Gemini. We have the Page of Cups in the reverse here. Okay. This is someone that's really childish. This is someone that's afraid to trust. So someone is regretting their inability to trust. Their inability to see past their own fears. Their inability to see past their own insecurities. Their inability to grow up, mature, and develop themselves into this king or queen energy that we all should be striving for, right? So the 5 of Cups is representing the Page of Cups in the reverse. Alright? With the Lovers. Their inability to step up here. Their inability to change. Their inability to take ownership. Just their inability. Right? Anything else going on here for my Leos here? What's this 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Cups here in the center? Oh, we got the Star card here. Aquarius energy coming out here. Then I tell you guys, Leos, y'all the star. And look, we got the 2 of Swords showing up again. I feel like someone might be getting a little closer here. They may be getting a little closer here. And I never noticed that here. But you see the difference. You see how the water seems a little bit more distant. And this picture here, the water seems a lot more closer. So someone's getting a little closer here to checking out their emotions. Someone's getting a little closer here from checking out a new direction. Like I told you guys with my sister, that she would only go one way for years. She would never take a different way. She was so scared to do it. She was so afraid she was going to get lost. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, well, bitch, we just get lost then. At that point, then we'll backtrack if it gets that bad. But we got to take the chance. She didn't want to take the risk here. Okay, something's falling here. We have the King of Swords coming out here to deck. I don't know where we were going with this here, but he wanted to make an appearance. So, okay, hi, King of Swords. What is this Wheel of Fortune and the Moon over here with this Knight of Swords energy here? What's this Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Swords, and the Moon energy over here? Let's see. We got Dead coming on by Summer Walker. Could be a Scorpio. Don't necessarily have to be. Or by we're going into Scorpio season soon here. So something, wow. The Wheel of Fortune again. Are you guys seeing this here? Well, this is what we're clarifying over here. We're clarifying the Wheel of Fortune, the Knight of Swords, and we are clarifying the Moon. Something was fated to happen. Alright. Double Wheel of Fortune here. So, yeah. I can't make this up. I can't make this up. What's at the bottom of the deck here? Ah, Leos. The Strength. Yes. And the King of Pentacles. Yeah, Leos, I like that. You guys are stepping into your divine masculine energy here with conviction. I love that. We have the 2 of Wands. You guys have decided to move forward here with something here. We have the World card, move forward. Yeah. Yeah, I like that here. What's this High Priestess and the 10 of Swords down the bottom here for my Leos? I don't know if something flipped over, but ooh. Let's check real quick to see if something flipped over. I don't really like to go over these videos this damn long, but no, okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Swords here. So someone's getting honest with themselves here. Oh, we got the 8 of Cups here. So the 8 of Cups is clarifying this High Priestess and this 10 of Swords here. Someone's getting clear, or someone will be becoming clear. And this is clarifying this marrying for money. The marrying for money card is sideways here. Let me turn this down some so y'all can see this. So we are right here with the marrying for money. We have the 10 of Swords and the High Priestess here. Somebody knows that something is going to end. Maybe this person knows that this is going to end here. But they're trying to clean up and get out as much as they can get out before someone becomes aware of their true motive, their true objection. I mean, their true, I guess we'll just say just true motive. What they're truly desiring is to pretty much rob this person blind here. Because they're marrying them for money. Right? So this is someone that's marrying somebody just to take they're a taker. They want to clean this person out as fast as they can, as quickly as they can, but yet as discreetly as they can, because they don't want to bring it to their spouse's attention here that's their end game. Their end game is to steal from them, right? The end game is to clear them out. The Ace of Swords was behind this. Ace of Swords here. The Lovers. I'm telling you guys, maybe go give it to another lover. I don't know. But I don't know if someone that thinks that way, that they're going to be successful, I mean, they're just an idiot. They're just an idiot. So let's clarify the Sun and the Six of Wands here and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay. Outside. Okay, it's coming on now by Cardi. We have the Sun is clarified by the Ten of Cups. Okay. We have the Four of Pentacles here on the Six of Wands. And we also have the High Priestess again. So something is in the Ace of Swords still here. Something is definitely fated to happen here. The Six of Pentacles, look, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman upright, the Lovers, and the Ace of Swords here. So Leo, something was destined to happen here. Maybe you both experienced something very similar, or like I said, something was definitely fated to happen. What is this Hierophant in the reverse in the Two of Pentacles? We have the Judgment. I can't put it up there alone because these people are naked and I don't have stickers on these cards still. The Judgment there. We know how sensitive YouTube is. And look, we have the Hierophant. So look, we have Hierophant in the reverse, Hierophant up right here. And the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, the Three of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. So yeah, the Judgment is showing up here on this energy here. Maybe someone, there's something going on here with this Hierophant energy. But we're going to close this out though, y'all. But yeah, something is going to be ending here with this High Priestess, Ten of Swords, Eight of Cups. Okay, walking away from the situation here. Someone's choosing to be single here, healing themselves here, developing themselves here into this Star, right? Because we have the Star and the Sun that's pretty much shown up 3 times here. We got the Sun card that came up again a minute ago. But let's see. I don't think we need to clarify anything else here. I think we clarified everything. Oh, what's this Nine of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups here? What is this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, excuse me, stressing out about here? This could be someone's partner accepting an offer here. Yeah, look, Three of Pentacles. This is someone considering working with something here. Working with someone else, or just considering going towards someone else here. I don't really know what this is. We got the King of Wands showing up again. Okay. And we have the Nine of Cups. We have the Ten of Pentacles. So it could be, for some of you guys, it could be someone leaving a relationship, going to another relationship. The Two of Wands is showing up. We have a lot of threes that's showing up here. There's a third party. Now, a third party doesn't need to be like, well, it could be a lover, right? It could be, but it could be just something that's blocking this union, this connection, something like that here. Something that's interfering with something here, or something potentially. And I say that because on the Knight of Cups, do you see this hat over here? That's a hat. What do y'all think that is? To me, it looks like a person standing there, right? In spirit. But anyway, Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, Seven of Swords, Eight of Wands, the Sun, the Six of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Ace of Swords, the Fool, the Two of Pentacles. So let's just see. Let's just ask. What's this Knight of Cups here for Leos? What is this Knight of Cups here for Leos? That came right on out. We have the Chariot. Told you. Somebody coming in. Something like that here, Leos. Alright, but that's what I have for you guys, Leos. Like, comment, and subscribe here. Let's get y'all a closing message from Spirit. This was way too long. Didn't mean to be here that long. Didn't mean to. But someone married for money here, okay? Someone's going to be learning about this. Someone lying and marrying somebody for money here. Because someone... this is what my personal opinion is that if someone marries for money, it's because they don't value themselves as an individual that could be worthy enough to support the lifestyle that they want to have for themselves on their own. So they feel as though that they're not smart enough, they're not financially literate literate enough here. It's a codependent energy here, because someone lowers their own self-value and self-worth of being able to provide that same lifestyle on their own for themselves here. They feel as though they can't, so they have to have someone else provide it for them or with them. Does that make any sense? So we have people that marry for money because they don't see themselves as such. I think that's just stupid. I see myself as the end all be all, right? Because I think very highly of myself, always have. So this is someone that doesn't think highly of themselves here. This is someone that doesn't believe in faith. They believe in I, right? From their I. So we have love coming out here. It says, live your truth and share the love that is on your soul. Alright, so there we go. Love. Okay? Thank you guys so much for being here. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I will catch you guys on the next video, Leo.